Boris has an effect within Continuum Complete specific to particle systems. Let's take a look at some of the features available inside and how we can utilize them in an After Effects workflow.
So if you followed along in the last few movies, you've gotten a good sense for how particles work. Right now, we're going to have a look at the BCC particle emitters. Now, we covered BCC 10 in Chapter 1, and as part of the 100 effects that ship with Boris Continuum Complete, you also get particle systems that you see here. So one's a particle system, you can see an array, as well as you can see an emitter. Once I take one of these effects and place it onto a solid, you can see that the particle system responds very similar to how particular looks at default. Right now, a bunch of circles, spheres, are being emitted from a point in space. They live for a period of time, and then they die. So on top of that, if we look at effect controls, we can see that we have a section here for effect presets. There are several different ways that we can transform or add to our particle system. We can play with fractal fields, play with different physical elements to have effects on our particle system. Basically, you've got a vast variety of ways that we can tweak our particles. So just to note, if I go to the layer menu and choose to add a new camera, I'm going to add a default camera by default. You'll notice that these particles don't respond to the camera. What we need to do is an extra step. We have to actually go into our effect controls and make sure comp camera is selected. With that selected, just keep in mind it will interact with our camera. But if we want these particles to also interact with After Effects lights, it might be a good idea to make sure lights are selected as well. So particles in BCC will work with AE cameras and lights. We just want to make sure the appropriate buttons are checked. Now, another great feature here within our particle system is our ability to explore the effects browser. So let's go in here and we can see a bunch of pre-built particle systems. And you see here on my screen the last one that I loaded up. Let me just press play so we can preview this. And I'm now going to select a few more of these presets that are made and at your disposal. So let's keep in mind that this is part of the Continuum Complete package. You get these particle systems and a whole lot more at your disposal. Let's take these spherical bursts and apply it to the project. Now, once we do, we get a little warning dialog box identifying that there's a potential timing change. What we want to do we want to preserve the preset's length or stretch it to fit the length of the layer in our composition? Let's stretch to fit in this example. And we're also going to make sure that the keyframes that are applied are going to be on the first frame of the project rather than the current point in time where my current time indicator is right now. So once we've selected that, let's go back into After Effects where we can preview the preset. So we've got more particle effects, more presets, and a lot more to explore within the BCC Continuum Complete package. Head over to boriseffects.com to download a free trial of the entire Effects Continuum Complete package.